What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me in this video today. Here behind me I have my daily driver. It's a 2014 limited F150. Absolutely love the thing, but there's one missing component from this build, and that's when it's at night, it's not a freaking spaceship. So we're going to change that today. Luckily, our sponsor for all three Broncos, through Glowproled LED lighting, I reached out to them, and they decided to sponsor the truck. So we're going to light this thing up. So I got 12 pure white rock lights. There's going to be 3 in each wheel well. So at night, this thing will be bang, and it'll be super bright, and I know that for a fact because, like I said, all three Broncos also have Glowproled LED lighting. Speaking of wheel wells, this was the most recent Facebook Marketplace purchase, and for some reason, these Fords don't come with rear liners in the rear. It makes absolutely no sense. Gunk, salt, rocks, everything gets kicked up in the back, nothing protecting the frame and the other side of the bed. So I picked these up for only $35 off Marketplace. So rough country, left and right, both sides. Is actually going to help out my installation here because I'll just mount the rock lights out, like off the truck. I'll mount them here and then I'll pop them up in the truck, run the wiring. So it's honestly going to help me in the long or for a time crunch matter. So speaking of lights, another thing I ended up doing off camera here recently was my switchbacks for the mirrors. Huge pain in the butt. There isn't a spot on these limiteds to feed more wire through the cab and like through the door going into the cab because of the special plug for all the wiring. So I actually had to drill a freaking hole that I really did not want to do. I drilled a hole, got the wires fed in, everything's working great. Unfortunately at night the Ruxify lights are so freaking bright I can't see anything. My whole face is just lit up from how bright that light is, even through my 20% tinted window. Turn it off! At the end of the video, I'm going to be ripping that thing apart and unplugging the switchback for the back. The front will still be pure white at night, but I can't see when I'm driving. It's so freaking bright. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, as you can see I got all 3 of them mounted up in each well. Took a little longer than I expected. I usually use self-tappers just for plastic liners like this, but I didn't have any unfortunately, so I had to draw every single hole for each Allen bolt and the lock nut in the back. But it's whatever. So now I can move on to the wiring section. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect every rock light from the back to the front and then have access wire hanging down, so it'll be in front of the back tire there. So then I can go from there and then run them up to the front. So you see here I got some wiring already. I actually got this off of Amazon. A whole thing of butt connectors are heat shrunk, and well, those are only 10 bucks. And then I got this 100 foot of insulated wire for only like 55 bucks. So altogether it only cost me like 60 or 65 bucks for this insulated wire and the butt connectors that are heat shrinkable. Honestly, that's a great deal. This alone for 10 bucks is a huge bargain. So if you guys plan on doing rock lights, I recommend getting wiring from them. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire these up and then we'll throw them in the truck. So they do it. Alright guys, now I got the wiring all done for the wheel well lights. All I did was, it actually worked out perfectly. So the 2 back ones were long enough I could connect them together, then splice them into this main wire. Then I ran it over here, made a split in the main wire, connected the light into the main wire, have all the access. So it's nice. I only have 2 connections instead of 3, 1 for each one. So because these are long enough to actually connect them. So now I just gotta throw them into the actual truck, and then I can start running the wiring up to the front. So I can go and throw them in real quick. Alright, now that that's off, from what I've heard, all I have to do is take off this bolt right here and this bolt right here for the bed supports and snap it in and put the bolts right back in for the liner. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, we are looking good up in there. One extra bolt I did not know was there is that little guy. That's just one of the bed supports. It goes from here to there into the bed. So you just gotta take these bottom two out and this guy out, and then it kind of just snaps right in. It takes a little bit, you gotta squeeze it in there, but real nice fit. Rock lights look real nice up in there, nice finish. So I'm very happy with that. Don't want to get a wheel liner for a while now. Looks so much cleaner, so I'm gonna go to the other side. Alright, this side's all done now. That's kind of a pain in the butt. This side's a little more snug for some reason. But I'm looking under here. I'm like, I wonder how I'm gonna run the wiring and such. I'm like, what the heck is that pink thing? It's a freaking bottle rocket from the 4th of July. Ain't no way that went between my bed and my cab and landed perfectly right there. Oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. So we're ready for the front here. I got my mounting positions picked out. Gonna have one right in here, one back here, and one up here. The bad thing is this airbox is right in the way. But there's enough room under there. I think I can just extend the wire for the rock light and feed it through, and I'll be able to pull it through and tuck it up nicely in there. So these two aren't gonna be a problem, but the front one is gonna be kind of a pain, but we're gonna get into it and see how bad we can get it. So. Alright guys, well that took way longer than I expected. I thought by having the rear wheel liners to do was gonna, I mean, it did help a lot, but it still took a long time. I mean, the backs wasn't too bad, but man, up here there's just no room. So the very front of the wheel wells on both sides was a pain in the butt, because right here you got the air box, then on this side you got the battery. And what I did is, the back two were real easy. I did those real quick, but for the front one, I actually extended the wires for it and just kept feeding it, and then my dad finally found a way to feed it through where it came under the box and under the battery, and we ran it pretty good. I mean, looking under here, you'll never know. You see, like, the wires, like, kind of come up here, whatnot, but other than that, like, everything's hidden really nice. And, let's see how bright they are. This is a moment of truth. I don't have it ran, the switch ran inside the firewall yet into the cab. I just have it laid on top of the motor right here, so we're gonna turn that on and we're gonna see how bright there. So it's, whoo, I already see them. Man, that thing's looking sweet. Holy. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's 3 in each wheel well. But it's already 11 o'clock and I got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna stop this recording and I'm gonna try to get this thing fed into the cab ASAP so I can get to bed. And we got vacation the next day too, so real crunch time trying to get this thing lit up for vacation, and it's looking good. I just gotta run the switch in the cab, we'll be all good.
Pretty sweet shirt.
Oh, hey, thanks. You like that?
It ain't bad. I mean, it's no coyote, but...
You don't have the psh psh noises, though, and the whistle whistle.
Yeah, I'll give you a whistle.
Not sure what that means. Speaking of turbo trucks, check out that spaceship behind me. Got the rock lights all done. This video would have been done a little faster, but I literally like finish the finalizing work on the day before we went to the beach. So like I was working on the truck like Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and we left that Thursday morning at like 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, the video kind of got a little prolonged till after the beach, but we got it done. I want to get done for the beach, like rolling on the strip and everything down there, and here it is. It's all done. This kit is from Glowproled LED lighting. They hooked me up for a sponsorship. They also sponsored all 3 of our Broncos, so I knew these lights were very bright and I want to get them on this truck. And so what I have here, I got 3 rock lights in each wheel well, so I got a total of 12 lights. Didn't really show much wiring up front. The rears, as you know, I did the wheel liners that helped me out. I just ran it along the OEM wiring really nicely to the front. And the wheel wells, it's really hard to show anything because of how the engine bay is so tight with the air box and the battery and everything, so I didn't really show much of that. In the fronts, I got self-tappers from Tractor Supply, local store, instead of having to nut and bolt it because there's no room like I did the back. But yeah, and then the biggest struggle I had was the toggle switch going inside the cab. So I drilled a little hole in the firewall, fed the wiring through, and I took a panel off and drilled a hole in it, got the toggle switch mounted up. But then whenever I went to mount it, the toggle switch hit a like a bracket like under the steering column, and so I drilled a hole for the toggle switch to slide into, and the connectors were hitting the bare metal where the hole was drilled, so it kept blowing a fuse. So I had to take the yeah, it was the dumbest thing ever. It was supposed to be super simple and easy, so I took the whole freaking thing out, cut like a 3" by 3" square so it has plenty of room around it so it's not hitting or anything. So we're not blowing fuses, it's all lit up, everything works good, we're good. So it's kind of a pain in the butt with the whole toggle switch scenario, but it's kind of a time crunch. I wasn't rushing things, but I was trying to get things done pretty fast, so I guess I was kind of rushing it. But for only 3 in each wheel well, I'm beyond satisfied. The good thing about the pure whites is it's only 2 wires going from each pod, so I could literally cut and splice more lights into it whenever and wherever I want, actually. So I could put another like 4, 5, 6, 70 underneath if I wanted to in the future. But yeah, there's my rock lights. Huge shout out to Glowproled LED lighting for hooking me up with some more rock lights. And if you guys are looking for some rock lights yourself, feel free to check out their Instagram or their website. Plenty bright in there. Don't mind my missing cap on my upper air arm up there.
You can't see it from this angle.
All right, well don't go up higher then. Rock lights, spaceship, daily, truck, lights everywhere. I like my lights. It's lit up now. I like LEDs. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want rock lights, go to Glowproled LED on Instagram or Google. Very nice lights. And I got a hint. It's going a little bigger. That might be the next video. It is going up just a little more. I got some more goodies for it, so it's going to be up a little higher next time you see it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the video, and we're gonna leave before we get eaten up with mosquitoes because they're flying my freaking face. So be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.